Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So, in the previous video, we had studied about the Selenium IDE, right? So today I'll be taking you to the Selenium RC. So, chosen this color and click OK, right? So Selenium, and then we have RC. This is the topic for discussion of now, right? So I will just choose out a color here so that I will proceed on with the writing. Fine. Okay. So Selenium RC. We call it as a remote control. Okay, remote control. So Selenium RC is basically, first one, RC stands out for the remote control. Okay, is a server, is a server that is actually written in Java. Okay, is a server which is written in Java programming language. Okay. Fine. So Selenium RC stands for the remote control is a server written in Java that accepts commands for the browser via HTTP, that is the hypertext, HTTP is like we have the right that we already have that out. Fine. So onto the every of the website then starting we have the HTTPs, right? So that is the same here only. So fine. So Selenium RC, that is remote control, is a server that is written in Java that accepts out the commands for the browsers via HTTP. Fine. Now through RC makes it possible to write let me just get down and get out some space right here. So yeah, RC makes it possible to write automated test. Okay, to write out the automated test. So RC makes it possible to write out the automated test for a web application. So for a web application in any programming language, here we go with the programming language. So here we put on the language. So this RC, that is remote control, it makes it possible to write automated tests for a web application in any of the programming language, right? In any programming language which allows for better integration of Selenium in existing unit test frameworks, let me get down, in existing unit test frameworks. Here goes the frame and here goes the frameworks. Fine. So let me go above. So Selenium RC, that is remote control, is a server that is written in Java that accepts out the commands for the browser via the HTTP. Fine. So RC makes it possible to write out the automated test for a web application in any programming language, which allows for better integration of Selenium in existing unit test frameworks. Fine. Now, for making out the writing easier too, I would just write that out also. To make out writing test easier, Selenium project currently provides the client drivers. Okay, Selenium provides out the client drivers. So I would write out here that Selenium provides the client drivers. So here we go with the drivers. So to make out writing test easier, Selenium provides the client drivers and which provides the client drivers for PHP. We have for Python, we have for Ruby. I would just simply write it out here, etc. And etc. We have .NET, we have Perl, we have Java. So these are all the long languages in which this make out writing test easier. And Selenium provides a client server drivers for all of these particular things, right? So in that case, now one more important thing regarding this, that an important and okay, one not important, I would just write not this thing, I would just write as instance. Okay, an instance is required, and instances is completely like I would just mention this out in this way, that of an instance of Selenium RC server is needed to launch is needed to launch HTML test case. So an instance of Selenium RC server is needed out for launching out a HTML test case. Fine. Now, which means that which means that the port which we have, which means that the port should be different for each of the parallel run. Okay, so an instance of Selenium RC server is needed to launch the HTML test case, which completely means out that the post should be, sorry, not the post, that's the port. So the port should be different for each parallel run. Okay, howsoever, basically these are the things which we need to keep in mind for the Selenium RC. What I would do, I would just give you a quick recap of whatever we have studied under the RC. Fine. So the Selenium RC, that is remote control, is a server that is written in Java that accepts out the commands for the browsers via the HTTP. RC makes it possible to write automated tests for a web application in any of the programming languages, which allows for better integration of Selenium in existing unit test frameworks. To make out writing tests easier, Selenium provides the client drivers for PHP, Ruby, Python, Java, .NET, and Perl. All of these are for which it provides out the client drivers. An instance of Selenium RC server is needed to launch the HTML test case, which means that the port should be different for each of the parallel runs. Right? So hope I am very much clear regarding these particular this Selenium RC, whatever I have told you regarding Selenium RC. Hope I am very much clear with that. So now we'll be meeting in the next video with our next Selenium suite of tools. So this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.